Welcome back, Kingsman, to another Napoleon Total War 3 battle. Today I have a 4v4, which is bringing a couple interesting factions, and, well, certain parts of that faction. I mean, actually, not pause, dang it, slow motion, because we have some Kazaki Russian Lancers going for this one Russian or French army, my goodness, that's kind of isolated. The other French armies or allies are going to be way over here. We have another French army here. We have Bavaria, yeah, two Bavarians, and as you can see on this spread out through this battle, guys, we have guerrilla forces, more Kazaki Lancers, and one of the UK factions, or the only UK faction, went as the 1812 USA. So they have some Shawnee warriors, they have some artillery, I believe some Royal Marine artillery, and they have some rockets. Rockets are kind of annoying, but not as deadly. They have some marine artillery, static marine artillery that's sitting back here. I'm going to go to normal speed now because I don't think that Russia's actually planning on doing anything, just scaring them away, as this French faction here is going to be setting up this Grand Imperial Army, has set up, deployed in this LOC, actually shooting at a general. So that's a concern right there immediately, a general being shot at, trying to take out the general. First and foremost, we have a lot of Russian infantry. A lot of them can form lines. They have an amazing unit comp for their infantry, actually. As you can see, I mean, as Russia, it can go either way. It actually looks like they may be getting charged by some Lancers from France, but they're going to form square. And actually, I think they may be trying to go... Oh my goodness. They just slaughtered the Russian general so fast. Kutuzov is dead. Unfortunately, this Lancer unit from France is just going to get slaughtered, shot to pieces by square. They ran right past it, and they're not coming back. But this Russian army lost its general so fast. Shameful display, running away. No, the other UK faction, I keep wanting to think there's two of them. It's only one. Bring in, of course, a lot of Hussars, light cav. I believe they are bringing some Dragoons. And let's see, make sure there's nothing else going over here. Bavaria kind of, I think, ignoring this for now. These Kazaki Lancers are hidden in the forest. You have the Shawnee warriors, which are decent at melee, but they're going to do well, I know, shooting. That's kind of their speciality. No, but the other Russian army is an elite imperial. It's the guard build, so they don't bring as much, but they bring really good units of a light infantry, and then of course you have the guards. You can't not have the guards, especially if you have a guard build. Grenadiers, and of course bringing some heavy cav, equivalent of the cuirassiers for France. So already, as you can see, Russia is just pushing up. I think they're hoping to maybe take this LOC and take this hill before the Allies get back. We have rockets, of course, firing. Going to look really cool. Not going to get a lot of kills, to be honest, but that's the nature of rockets. France has an excellent position on this hill, so they can hold. They have trees that are going to slowly impede the advance of the Russian army, but I think they're going to advance to the attack, yeah. And they can definitely take this. And at 1v1, they definitely can take this. They have artillery. They lost their general. Okay, I was not wrong, guys. I wasn't crazy. There are two UK factions. I apologize. So one of them is the Peninsular, and one of them is the 1812 faction. So, oh, here we go. So, looks like Bavaria has inched up. Maybe going to get shot at by these Shawnee warriors in the wrong part of the world. These Shawnee warriors came back from America. How odd. But, yeah, it looks like Russia is pushing over some cav here. Some of the really good cav. More of the Kazaki Lancers here. Just kind of scouting out the area. Oh, man. These guys are wavering. I wonder, they probably got shot by artillery or something. So this 1812 army, Montreal Fencibles, these are kind of cheaper units like militia. But, you know, they have a larger mass to them, so they can definitely be put as cannon fodder. And if they're backed by some really good infantry in the back lines, maybe they can hold really well. UK 1812 is just advancing straight towards... I am off my game today. My goodness. There's another faction of Poland. So it's Poland, France, Bavaria, and France. But here we go, guys. These Kazaki Lancers getting charged by Hussars in Chasseur Cheval. Unfortunately, they're not, probably just were caught unable to multitask very well, and that's just a loss of a unit. That's unfortunate, but, you know, that's the nature of the game, you know? So, I like how Russia is advancing. They're squaring off. They're getting nice and close. They're forming up their lines of battle, 2 lines. That's going to help their morale. They have some guys in the front lines. Let's see if they put their guys that can form square on the side. Okay, so they're sending their cheaper units up first, possibly. And let's see what France has. France has the Chasseurs. I hate fighting against those guys. Voltigeurs, really good units. I mean, actually, all really good units. Yeah, this is going to be a very, very, very tough battle for Russia. These have artillery. Their cav is actually going in as well. And they're just going to break this line before they even get off a shot, using their Grenadier Cheval. This is a very, very good army for France. I mean, if they can hold, if you want an army to hold, this is the French army to hold. They're going to do really well. So, as you can see, guys, they're already starting to be shaken. Their resolve's been shaken, and these Chasseurs are going to get really close and probably do a bayonet charge. That's what I would do, just bayonet charge with these guys. They're nice and fresh, and I think that's what they're going to do. Or do a volley. Oh, they did a bayonet charge. My bad. The Chasseurs did a bayonet charge, and now we're going to get a volley at close range, and France is pushing back Russia already. Russia's already lost 1 unit, may lose some more. I think they need to wait for reinforcements because, my goodness, France has an excellent position here, and they have the advantage of being able to just sit. Over here, I think Bavaria sending some dragoons to go against these lancers. I hope they recognize, I hope the Russian faction notices their lancers being attacked in slow motion by dragoons. Also, looks like we got some landwehr going up against the Shawnee warriors. So we'll see what happens there. I think the Shawnees are probably going to get kicked out of that building. So now there's cav support, but here comes more French troops, more cav. We have dragoons and lancers. Oh, nice, some Polish units here, I believe, as it says right there. Oh no, I'm sorry. I think that's a Spanish-themed unit, maybe some Portuguese. But it reminds me of the Polish uniform. So over here, nothing really happening yet on the left side. Poland is kind of pushing up a little bit. They have some, I believe, lancers and who's this? Yeah, just both lancers, which is pretty typical for Poland. I haven't seen a whole lot else from Poland, but this hill, if France can hold this hill is going to be perfect. They are in danger of being encircled. It looks like Russia is going to wait until their allies show up, but that's also going to buy time for everyone else. It looks like these landwehr did go in for a melee battle, but it's landwehr, guys. If I'm not mistaken, these Native American unit is going to do really well in hand-to-hand combat in comparison to landwehr. So they've held this so far. So hey, something good's happened. Something's good happened. I'm thankful that they're all focusing over here on this side, so I don't have to try bouncing back and forth. So we know Bavaria is a little bit far away still, but of course we got 2 French factions plus a Polish army. And of course, this 1812 army is going to have to take on Poland. And Poland isn't going to have a lot of infantry, so that's good. But this here's a Peninsular UK army, as well as the elite Russians. This should take that hill. Now the question is, can France, the Imperial Guard, can they hold the hill long enough or inflict enough casualties to make it worthwhile to lose it? Oh, here come the rockets again. Oh, got some kills on these Grenadier Cheval. That's a really good unit to go for. I hate fighting against these cav units. They're just so good. So now France is going to start probing with their Hussars, Chasseurs Cheval. The UK doesn't really have a lot here. They have some light company, the King's German Legion lights, sort of protected by some light dragoons. And we got some more skirmishers here. France has gotten easy push right here. There's no cav to really hold them yet.
The men are fatigued, sir, and must rest a while.
Now we have some hussars rolling up. But, like I say, guys, the UK doesn't bring a lot of heavier cav. They're more maneuverable, light. Look at this, though. They're still holding, guys. Still holding, just shooting. I think these landward came back. Yeah, they did, but they're shaken. They can't go in for another fight very easily. And this battle is taking a little while. And, of course, naturally, of course, as you see in the train, there's the hill advantage. The other hill being over here. This hill is going to be hotly contested. As you can see, the coalition is focusing up on this hill. The UK are pushing up right here. French artillery firing down. Over here, still not a whole lot. I think the UK have decided they're not going to push up. That's a lot of dragoons and the heavy cuirassiers fully equipped and ready to take on excuse me, to take on anyone that may be trying to step in their way. Gosh, I really hate I love playing as France, but I don't like France as a faction in general. Most people, they are really big fans of France. I know that most people aren't going to like me not liking France. I am more of a rooting for the underdog, and I feel like in most of the war, until the end, I guess, in a way, I don't know. Here we go, guys. Got some skirmishers who are definitely going to be shot to pieces. The cab wasn't paying attention here. And these lights are going to just roll up, be like, what up? Oh my goodness, they just got shot in the face. That is sad. Unfortunately, they weren't running. But of course, here go the dragoons. Bye-bye, skirmishers. This light company is going to get caught out, and it's going to be over for them. The cav from UK never even got a chance, although maybe they were going to sacrifice them so they could hit these dragoons and maybe break them by hitting them in the flank. Of course, here we go. Oh my goodness, that was a beautiful howitzer shot. Took out eight men. But this is going to be a problem, as now the light dragoons, they broke these French dragoons who may come back, but they're going to break in and of themselves. And the UK doesn't have a lot of cav here, guys. I mean, they have just lights. France can capitalize on that. Oh, you better watch out. These mounted guides. Okay, so they're going to now countercharge. I would throw more cav into this, make these dragoons break. And France should be running away. They're just going to get shot to pieces. I'm over here at the UK. Oh my goodness, dang it. So the UK did some bayonet charges and some cav charges as well. But guys, like I said, this is a very elite French army. So they're going to have to really support themselves, and Russia's got to push up at the same time in order to keep this flank from just getting battered down and lost. As you can see, the UK already falling back with their infantry here. Their cav went in. I don't think anyone lost anything yet. But this French army, what they have to do is just inflict. They're probably going to die, unless their allies get here in time. They just have to inflict as many casualties as possible. This whole line now advancing. Look at this massive, solid red line. Look at that. That's just beautiful. Here we go. Here's some heavy cav finally for the coalition showing up. This hill, guys, is going to be so tough. They got to maybe push around the flank, which is what they're possibly going to do here. Oh, these rockets. Okay, oh, here we go. We got a Bavaria attacking these lights from Russia. And Russia seems to not be able to multitask very well, which I know the struggle of that. I cannot multitask as well. Sometimes you're just, especially when things are heating up on one side, it just becomes terrible. But look at this. France's ally is here, and so I think that France is probably going to be able to hold this. It'll be a tough battle, but I think they're going to be able to hold this hill, and they need to hold this hill. It's an uphill battle for the coalition. They have the challenge here, guys. Doing a bayonet charge with some infantry. This is the elites. Oh no, they just got blasted in the face. They need someone to inspire them, because that was just terrible. That was terrible. They got shot. However, look at this. France is coming just in time to be able to cover this flank as Russia is pushing up on the flank. They are pushing on two sides. Here comes some cav. The old guards, the Canaries Dragoon Guard. This is a pretty good cav unit for for the UK. The smoke's making it difficult to see what's going on here. So, what are they doing? That's what I'm trying to figure out right now. The UK, they keep advancing and falling back. Here we go. We got some cav now charging in, sending the hussars against this cav, these dragoons and cuirassiers. I don't know if they're trying to draw them into a trap and then hit them from the side. If that's the case, then they're doing a good job of it, because now they're going to get flanked. These cuirassiers are going to get flanked and now hit them in the back. You can break them and take this whole flank, guys. Russia and UK can do it, I believe in them. You can see here, they're actually starting to hit them in the flank. Come on, they can do it. Over here, as you can see, more cav showing up. These heavy cav for Russia actually going in. Possibly can hit... Oh man, these guys can form square. That may be a... They're getting really close. Over here, it looks like these cuirassiers are going to break. I know I'm probably butchering how to say it. And here we go, guys. Here we go. France is starting to break on this side. They are starting to waver. The cav is starting to win. More infantry are starting to show up, and the UK is starting to advance on Poland. This battle is starting to get pretty good here. There's nothing really here, though. And France can definitely push in this flank. That is a flank that you can take. There are some reserves here, but not a lot. And as you can see, the Russians and UK have kind of pulled back. This is the flank to push right now. Although Poland is going to threaten that flank, so you got to be really careful. You got rid of a lot of their cav. Here comes some... Oh my goodness. I was staring right at this hussars and I realized they were the UK. So they're going to try to break some units that can't form square here. That can be super helpful in this battle. Maybe they're not... Maybe they should have snuck around and tried going for the artillery. But, instead, they're going to send up a general? Wow. They're sending up a general. And like I said, guys, this hill is tough to hold. France just needs to shift over, and maybe Poland needs to set up next to them so there's not a gap in the lines. Over here, the UK are pushing up. Like I said, guys, this 1812 is bringing a lot of fencibles, Canadian, Montreal. This is their best units, and they're already being engaged. And Poland brought some really good units of infantry. I don't speak Polish, so I'm not even going to try to pronounce this. But they're actually going to go over and assist their ally here as... Here we go. The UK getting really close, taking on the weaker side of this French army. These guys are not the best units that can be provided by France. Over here, I'm really surprised that France has not pushed up yet, because this... I mean, maybe they can't see, and they just see a couple, and they think that's where another army is. Who's charging? I think we got some cav here. Yep, we got some cav charging in. Gonna try to break back up this bayonet charge here. But they're gonna get counter-charged by some chasseurs cheval. And these guys maybe should form square and pull this cav into it. This has been an uphill battle, guys. Oh, these infantry are getting charged in the back. That is not something you want to see unless you have to do it, you know. Form a square. Here we go. So the French cav is going to push out. They're going to get counter-charged by some Dragoon Guard. And this battle continues. Poland now taking on some Russian units. Had a Polish cav charge. I believe this is the Polish Lancers. Yep. And UK has an advantage. They can swing on the flank. Half of the Polish army is fighting the UK. Wow, I can't... Words are tough. Fighting the Russians. Over here, Russia is pushing up with UK support. They are going for the hill, guys. And they're in danger of being outflanked now, as France is going to push up. Let me zoom out a little bit. So France is going to push up on the flank. I don't see a whole lot defending this flank. Oh, man, I'm missing all the cav engagement. And here comes Bavaria. There's nothing to meet Bavaria. This is bad. The Russian Guard faction is trying to hold back Bavaria with just cav and a couple infantry units from the UK. This is bad. They have to win this fight over here. And things aren't looking too hot for them right now. Poland looks like they're trying to gun for this UK side here. We got the Montreal Fencibles pushing up. How close are they going to get? Oh man, that's a bit of a glitch. I'll just stop him right there and have pour volley in. Oh, look at this. They were not paying attention, and these guys are going to get bayonet charged,
Our
unfortunately.
men are running, sir.
So this battle over here is not going well for Russia. They are starting to break in just a stagnant line battle. Over here, the UK and Russia are having some breakthrough, but there's a whole fresh army right here from Bavaria. Bavaria hasn't even gotten into this fight except for a little bit of cav, guys. I mean, that's concerning. When your whole army is being engaged, but you have an enemy faction that still hasn't fought yet. And if you're struggling already, I mean, this looks like it's going to be a French victory already. If this UK faction has to pull some really good plays here, they got to take minimal losses and totally rout, of course with the help of Russia, rout this Polish line, because they got to be the army that's going to take on Bavaria. Over here, stagnant line battle still going on. Poland doing what they can. They just got to hold and maybe inflict as much losses as possible. They got to hold long enough for Bavaria to be able to push. But this hill battle has been just terrible for the Allies. I mean, if you look at this, it has just been an uphill battle, literally. Literally an uphill battle.
Our men are running.
To assault this. Oh my goodness, friendly fire is real. They're like, these Voltigears weren't fighting well enough, so we're just going to kill them. Now they're going to get friendly fired, unfortunately. There looks like they're trying to fall back here. And I kind of like this grove. This kind of look of the grove here. We got some units advancing on the hill here. I don't think it does it justice. You got to kind of look at the slope here. Uphill battle. So, sorry guys, I know I was wasting precious moments I could be watching the battle to get a cool looking angle. But looks like the UK is actually doing a solid job, but Poland is also doing a very solid job of just bending, not breaking, just kind of holding them as best they can. Russia over here, I'm not sure if they're falling back, if they're hoping maybe to shift over here and take on Bavaria and France. But France is pushing very hard over here. They're sending in their cav, and this UK Dragoon Guard actually may break here. And that would be a massive loss for the UK, as that cav unit is one of their better cav units. Russia sent in, oh my goodness, the artillery. Russia sent in their heavy cav, which actually stopped the French in their tracks. These guys need to push hard. You know, France and Bavaria need to push hard. They are pushing on the flank with their cav. And I apologize for the Russian player not doing you justice, because they did an excellent job of holding Bavaria's cav back. Flanking around, stopping them from being able to wreak havoc, because this Bavaria cav got behind the coalition and be really bad. They're actually going to flank these guys, hopefully, and break them. And this is a heavy cav unit, Cuirassiers. So, dealt with Bavarian cav, still have a lot of infantry, and not a lot. These brave souls, this King German Legion Green Rascals, plus an artillery piece, are trying to hold back an entire Bavarian army. I mean, look at this. This is it. If I was a Green Rascal right now, I'd be like, yeah, no, I'm not a Green Rascal anymore. I'm leaving. Peace out. So over here, Poland is starting to actually win a little bit against the UK. UK pushing on the flank, trying to outflank. Just use the superior firepower and just break Poland here. They can still win this, guys. They don't have the hill, and they kind of are isolating themselves a little bit here. And it looks like they're actually going to fall back and maybe try to make a stand over here. But here comes a lot of French cav. These Grenadier Cheval are still going in. Who are they going to go for? They are getting hit by artillery pretty hard, but who are they going to go for? Is it artillery? There's a general. Or they're going to go for this. Yep, they're going to go for this Russian line. These poor Russians. These poor Russians. Get wrecked. Starting to break this Russian line. These Russian troops should be helping. They should be advancing right here to help against this Polish fight. That's a problem. If you can't sit back too much, unfortunately, or else things will go badly. So it looks like actually the UK is going to try to hold against all of these units. You have Bavaria, you have France going against, the 3 times the size of this UK unit.
Our men are running, sir.
Over here, UK is also losing, unfortunately, against Poland. Poland just has such a good army. They're just doing so well. These guys aren't even fighting; they're resting. This guy's like, oh, come on, just let me do something. Let me have some tea. If I'm not gonna fight. Or maybe it's a British thing. But UK is struggling here. They are going to probably lose against Poland, and I think France is feeling like they have done enough to where now they can advance against Russia, and Russia's being on the defensive. We have some artillery still firing, putting the pressure on. I'm kind of curious if these guys are going to keep punching some holes. They're getting shot to pieces here. They're shaken, they're winded, they're wavering.
Our men are running, sir.
They're wavering already. I want to see them get a volley in. Come on. Come on. Just fire one.
Yes, sir.
Don't embarrass me now. Bavaria's not going to have a whole lot of losses. Here we go, guys. Oh, they were about to fire. They were about to fire. They just got destroyed. They just routed. That is very unfortunate. Very anticlimactic. It's like one of those things like, oh, don't do that to me. That's just terrible. So over here, it looks like the UK is actually going to, on the left side, UK is going to fall back. Russia is going to be defensive here. They're trying to just combat all this French cav. These Grenadier Cheval are just kind of hovering, waiting to strike. I'd put the guys that can form square on the side. And this battle is a losing battle now, unfortunately for the coalition, I would say. UK is fighting 2 armies with 4, 5, 6 units of infantry. And, yeah. The hill battle was cool to see, though. I'm not going to lie. Like, that was probably the best part of this. The hill battle. It was just beautiful. So, here we go. Bavaria's probably had a very boring battle. They didn't get to do a whole lot. And now they are like, let's do something. France got all the glory. France is going to steal this battle from us. This Russian army, with the artillery help, if they don't lose to all this cav, could punch a ton of holes. Oh my goodness. This howitzers are still killing these guys. There's 53 left. There we go. Drive them into a square. In fact, melee... Oh no. Melee... Pull these guys into the square as well. Oh, these guys can't form square. I would pull these guys back this way. But unfortunately, I think these artillerymen are gonna... Oh, are they gonna get away? Run! Run! Oh man, they can. This is a really good artillery piece, guys. Oh, yes, they formed square, guys. Here we go. Let's go. Come on. Oh, they broke them. Alright, so UK still has artillery. Russia has sent some infantry over to help. The UK are trying to hold against Poland as well. Russia's still trying to hold against France. UK over here is trying to do a glorious hold here. They're using the road to kind of quickly mobilize over here. They want to fight Bavaria. Yet. Instead, they are focusing on this French army, who, surprisingly, is marching away. And so, oh, all this cav hit these guys in the back. These guys aren't forming square. Oh, come on. Come on. Break them. You can do it. I believe in you. Throw your infantry in. Nope. France is going to just keep falling back. We got the artillery, guys. Artillery still holding here. We got a long spaghetti line watching the back lines. Everybody's mulling fire in this one. UK should fall back to the guns. That's what I would do at this point. Just fall back, put up right here. Let this artillery do the work for you. You know, this infantry is going to be getting shelled. That's going to be good for you. Let the Russian infantry hold this line. Oh my goodness, I missed it. More cav went in and bayonet charge, guys. And this is how you mass rout some really good French units. You have the Legion, some Swiss or Polish. I think there's some Swiss and Polish mixed in this army. They're going to hopefully try to break them. We got some Highlanders. Pour in some volleys. You got more German Legion Green Rascals who are going to be doing some more damage. And France is starting to break over here. This could be huge for the UK. I think France is trying to just hold. If they formed right here and just stood their ground, maybe they could win. Oh, man. But here comes Bavaria. Bavaria just won't give up. There are some artillery over here that are going to just be shooting them. You have some lights from Russia and heavy cuirassiers. Only 31 of them, but that can really help things. Yeah, so they're going to stand. They're going to hold. They can pour some volleys in. These guys are probably tired, winded. These guys are fresh. That's going to help a lot. France over here is falling back. Very surprising. I'm surprised they're not trying to push on this army, but it would make sense if they wanted to wait until the UK is gone and then push with a united front. As I think they're going to do a bayonet charge. Oh, are they going to do a bayonet charge? Ooh, that was a painful volley. Come on, Highland Foot. You guys are good for something. Show them that you aren't just a guy in a skirt. So UK over here still holding pretty solidly considering the circumstances. They're outnumbered right now, and they're holding against Poland. Poland hasn't been able to move at all. But here comes Bavaria. Bavaria is still hot on the UK's trail, and the UK are going to be gone now. So it is just this Russian army, this artillery piece, and this UK army. So this battle definitely is not going in their favor. Probably a losing battle. But I like how they're still trying, you know? Like, you can't ever give up. Don't ever give up. Inspirational quote from Kingston. So, I mean, look, oh, yeah. That's kind of cool. You got the smoke from the house. The dead littering the field. Some volleys coming in. But, yeah. They've advanced down the hill. Unfortunately, the coalition, maybe they shouldn't have attacked on the hill. Maybe they should have gone the other way. There's always what's, if, ands, and buts, you know? Maybe they should have done this, but if they'd done this, you know, that kind of thing. They chose to attack there. Give them props because, man, attacking a hill is not something you ever want to do. That's the thing about Napoleon Total War. Most people will just sit on a hill, you know? And, of course, it was in France's best interest. They were outnumbered. They had to sit on the hill and hope to hold. So France still pushing, those they're pushing on the flank with some of their chasseurs. I've said this before. I'm sure you heard it. I don't like these fighting against these infantry. They're so stinking good. They're good at melee. These guard units are just, they're just good. Their melee is good. Their aiming is good. They're dropping these calves so fast. These mounted guides are about to break. Go back to Canada, you know? Go back to Canada. So if you can see from their perspective, this is a very daunting task ahead of them. They are surrounded, outgunned, outmanned, demoralized. Let's not forget also that in the very beginning, this Russian faction lost their general. You know, that probably didn't help things. Looks like we got some Russians going in. The general from this elite guard unit tried to do a bayonet charge. Probably got shot to pieces, but here comes some cav now who are going to try to break this Polish line infantry here. And they do manage to break them, but not before losing a 77-strong unit of Russian infantry. So it's Poland. I'm surprised they're not pushing. You know, I'm really surprised they're not pushing. France is squaring up against 4 units plus a UK unit. So Russia and the UK holding. Bavaria is like We can take this, guys. You've done all the fighting for a while. We got this. And look at the masses rushing towards them. Oh my goodness. The poor blokes. Oops. Wrong key. Them poor blokes. It's a last stand. I mean, if all these guys were together, maybe they could win, but, I mean, Bavaria's fresh. Oh, no, they're very tired. They've probably been running a lot, actually. And don't forget that Russia still has some guys back here. And artillery back here. I mean, it's not going to be much, but, you know. This cav's getting shot to pieces. They're getting outflanked. These guys won't hold very long, and this artillery, unfortunately, seems to be shooting into the ground. Let's see a volley. Do not run before I see a volley this time, for Pete's sake. Oh my goodness. Prince Karl. This unit is getting just destroyed. Here we go, though. I think it's a bayonet charge on both sides. Russia doing what they do best, once again, which is bayonet charges, but it's not going to matter. They are getting outflanked, and they're going to break. They have no general. They haven't since the beginning of the battle. The artillery now getting bayonet charged by some Legion of Hanover. I think that's it. Yeah, Hanover. And here comes Poland as, yeah, they're breaking. This UK player should just, well, I think they're making a hold next to their marine artillery, which has been around this whole time. They've been around the whole time. Done an excellent job of, probably they have a decent amount of kills, I'm sure. These are such big guns. It's so big. Oh, you missed. They missed their shot. Good grief. Stay on the boat next time. And I'll roll Marines. I think the Marines were on the boats mainly. Well, they were everywhere, actually. So it's just going to be... I may have to fast forward here, because it's just going to be, you know, a last stand. It's going to take a while for them to get there. UK trying to do what they can. Over here, Russia trying to do what they can. There's some infantry here that's just going to... Are they bayonet charging this artillery piece? This 20-pounder? Howitzer? Come on, just load, tell them not to fire, canister shot, and then blast these guys. You know? They are running this whole way. I want to see some ridiculously gory artillery shots. Uh-oh, don't tell me they're lagged out. Please don't lag out. Give Kingston the pleasure of seeing it. Okay, over here it looks like it's just gonna be a bayonet charge. Oh no, they're just shooting them to pieces. And these fencibles are not going to hold very well. They're just going to start breaking. Holy. I want to see one juicy artillery close range shot.
Our men are running, sir.
Oh, they missed. Shameful display. So yeah, Bavaria, they got wrecked. I missed it. Of course I missed it. I saw the other one, though. So they're going to prep to shoot these guys, but at this point, guys, I'm just, you know, seeing the cooler stuff in life. Alright, so this one was posted, I believe, by the Russian player, Tremeric, whoever it was. Got some good kills in that 20-pounder, my goodness. But it was a really good battle. Unfortunately, the hill just was where they got broken. that happens. These battles are so dynamic. Everything can change in a second, or in a couple seconds. But thank you guys so much for joining me. Thank you all so much also for the feedback you are giving. I do appreciate it. I do try to take that and try to implement it in my next videos. I'm going to continue to research and get better knowledgeably. I guess it's not a word. Get more knowledgeable about the game, about the time period, about the factions. And it'll be a slow but steady process. But thank you guys so much for joining me. You guys stay safe. I'll catch you all in another video.